Hi, I'd like to share a little bit about the Inside Out course, and it's the nursing elective, social justice and advocacy. And I'm going to give you a little bit about the Inside Out pedagogy. So it's Inside Out FAQs for you. So first thing people want to know is, what is Inside Out? Inside Out is a transformational, high-impact learning practice in which we teach a course inside the prison. So for this course, we are at SCI Chester, which is a medium security prison, and it is located at 500 East 4th Street, and that is right next to the casino. So if you've been to the casino, you've probably seen the prison. There's a large parking lot there, so in terms of how do you get there, students typically carpool and park there. Parking's free, so there's no problem with parking. So a little bit about the course. It's being taught with incarcerated males. We're working with men from the transitional housing unit. These are guys that are getting ready for being released from prison. We also had some lifers, so it was a combination of guys that are serving a life sentence and guys that are on their way out the door. So it's an interesting mix of men. So there's 14 or 15, depending on what they send us, 15 men and then 15 students. And the course is actually taught together, so you're learning with somebody. So it's considered a transformational, high-impact learning practice. It's a specific pedagogy that really comes from Lori Pompa from Temple University. And what they thought was, what better way to break down barriers and address issues of social justice and the criminal justice system than having men incarcerated, and women, but SCI Chester is just a strictly all-male prison, learn together. So you are not teaching the guys. It's really a collaborative learning process where they're teaching you just as much as you're teaching them. So you'll be working in groups with them and working on learning projects, and we address issues of privilege and oppression and social justice. So some of the questions people have is like, is this forensic nursing? It's not. You'll see what forensic nursing is about, but it's really about learning about social justice, privilege and oppression, and really learning about the shared humanity you have. And so that's really what this course is. It's not any kind of practicum. It is a service learning course, but the service learning is a joint project that you're working with the guys in the prison to address a social justice issue or need for them.
Why should you take this course? As a nursing student, as a nurse, you're going to come across people and your patients are going to be prisoners, and as a natural instinct, it's us. For us, we think we're scared and we're afraid to take care of them, but this course makes you realize that they're just people and they're just like everyone else, and that's important.
I would take this course because it's a different learning experience. You hear everyone's values and beliefs, and hearing them will be very impactful, so I loved it.
I would take this course because it's a completely different learning experience. You learn about people from all walks of life, and you learn about the criminal justice system, and just hear from everybody in a discussion-based setting.
Yeah, going into it, because the last couple of years of school year, it's all focused on nursing and like how to save somebody's life. But then when you are actually living in the world and working with people, they're not just patients, they're an actual person that have had personal experiences that may have led them to be in prison or be a prisoner. So taking this course just kind of keeps you, keeps in mind that they have other experiences that you have no idea of.
Why should I take this course? It changed me as a person. It exposed me to certain issues that I wouldn't have been exposed to otherwise. And I was able to hear firsthand how these issues impacted the people around me in the community, and to hear their stories and how they ended up in prison due to certain policies and laws. Was really interesting.
So my question was, would you take another Inside Out course? I would definitely say yes. I'm missing it right now. It definitely took me out of my comfort zone and made me want to help people that need the help.
I would definitely take another Inside Out course. It was an experience like no other, and I would be interested to see the dynamics of another group of people.
Yeah, I would absolutely take another one, because every time you went into that class, you didn't know what was going to happen, and everything was such a unique experience based off of what the topic was or just the mood that people were in.
I would definitely take another course because I'm personally a very curious person. I know that I was really curious to find out if all the stereotypes of prisoners were actually true. And this class for me was a safe way to go and investigate that.
I would definitely take this course again. Dr. Kasarka and Dr. Vaughn are amazing and make it perfect. And it also is just such an outside world compared to our typical nursing classes, which is amazing.
I would definitely take this course. It's hilarious. Okay? Like, you meet so many people with different, like, creative minds, and we're just all funny at the end of the day.
This course impacted me because it made me realize, like, everyone knows social injustice problems, they're real and they're out there, but the first start to making a change is educating yourself. So that's what this course did.
This course kind of like built a fire in me. Like, I want to help those and get rid of the stigma that is associated with prisoners and just people in general who are, you know, oppressed. So I truly think that it impacted me that way.
I definitely think this course impacted me just because it taught me more about myself, because I was judgmental going in, and then when I kind of got to know people and know their experience, it kind of opened me up to a world that I didn't know that I could be in.
So my question is being in prison dangerous? So obviously I was very nervous going into it the first day, and we had a little safety debrief and everything. And that made me even more nervous because then it really honed in on the fact that these people are in here for a reason. But then going through the program, you realize that most of the people in it, they just care about you. I felt so welcome, and reading this now, I'm actually kind of laughing a little bit to myself because of how safe I felt being there.
I felt a little scared walking through the prison. Everybody's looking at you, obviously, because you're not dressed the same. But once you get in the room and you sit down and talk to everybody, you start laughing and you start getting to know them, and it's just a really comforting feeling.
I was petrified when I first walked in. Honestly, I was hiding behind them, and I was like, I cannot believe I signed up for this. And by the end of the day, I was not scared at all, and I would never take back my decision.
I was really nervous, being as though, you know, I'm going off the idea of the stigma that they put around prisoners. But after the first icebreaker that you guys do, y'all will be laughing all day.
I wouldn't say I was terrified. I think I'm afraid of what they were going to think of me more so. And then the day kind of got on, kind of got to know each other. So just all laughs and smiles from there.
So my question is, how does this course relate to nursing? I think this course relates to nursing because you can understand the whole person and understand their culture and their religion and their background, and it truly helps you care for them holistically.
How does it relate to nursing? Your patient isn't just your patient. It's someone that you're taking care of. It's a person. It's someone's mom, friend, husband, dad. So taking this course makes you really think, okay, this is a person. This isn't, because you're going to go across prisoners and have prisoners as your patient. So it's very important to realize that just because they're a prisoner, you should still treat them just as your other patients.
This course relates to nursing because at the end of the day, you need to learn how to advocate for your patient regardless of the reason why you're treating them. And this course just, I don't know, you just learn different cultures and backgrounds. We're all not the same, so you're influenced.
A lot of people have a misconception that being a good nurse means that you're a master at doing all the technical parts of it, but when it comes to talking to a patient, interacting with them, making them feel comfortable, and letting them know that you're there to help them get better to the level that they want to be, taking this course just kind of gives you a little taste of what that's going to be like, and practice how to be better at it.
Okay, so our final question is, what is your takeaway from this class and your favorite part of the course? My favorite part of the course was the icebreakers, because every day we did an icebreaker, and that was a nice way to learn about everyone in the class. inside and outside students.
My favorite part of the course was the project that we do at the end of it. Basically, you get split up into groups with inside students and outside students in the same group. So you really get to build a personal relationship with those students, and then you come up with a project.
My takeaway is that we're all the same. We all have similarities and differences, but we're all people. And my favorite part was the privilege and oppression step forward, step backward activity.
My takeaway was definitely that we are all here to make a change, especially as nurses. We want to make a change, and it doesn't just start from making someone physically better, it also starts mentally and teaching them about these issues. And my favorite part was definitely the step back exercise.
My takeaway was just to be able to experience different type of people and just to learn from each person. And my favorite thing was the group project we did, and you kind of just get mixed in with different type of people, like as far as mindset wise and how we work together in groups. So it was like really fun to bounce off each other's ideas.
My takeaway from this experience is that like everyone makes mistakes, and no one really should be held accountable for it because we're all human. My favorite thing about the course was I just think everything. I thought it was such a great experience, and I would definitely do it again.
1, 2, 3.
Stay woke!